Spider-Man is one of the Marvel Universe's greatest heroes who saved the day more times than anyone can count, but what does he do when life and death are not hanging in the balance? Well, he's just being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And with that, let's hop into the premiere issue of this new Spidey book from fan favorite Tom Taylor and find out what happens next, shall we? Alrighty then, so as we join the book, it's just an average, ordinary day in the life of everyone's favorite web slinger. No crooks to catch, no supervillains to fight, but that doesn't mean he's still not going to be called upon to do some good. A father and daughter are trapped inside a moving van, and it's up to Spider-Man to go and save them. Which is easy enough to do when you're amazing, spectacular, and all those other great adjectives. This does lead to a funny little scene where the daughter tries to squish the spider on Spider-Man's chest. Huh, that's funny, and usually kids love spiders. Well, at least they love Spider-Man. Turns out these two are actually moving into Peter's neighborhood. Only now with much less stuff. The dad tries to tip Spider-Man, which, yeah, you gotta wonder why don't more people try and tip superheroes, especially in New York when they're so omnipresent, but the webhead turns him down, saying that there's some very nice, very needy homeless people who could do with the food money, and after all, if you're moving into the neighborhood, this is a great way to meet your neighbors. Now, Spider-Man might be clocking off for a little bit, but that doesn't mean the good deed train stops for Peter Parker. Oh no, he's assisting his landlady Maureen today. She, as we discover, is quite the colorful character. She can't carry groceries, hates elevators, calling them hanging death traps, and she loves apples. Or, at the very least, thinks apples are a cure-all for what ails everyone. Like, case in point, a woman who hasn't left her apartment in weeks. Maureen is getting worried about her and wants to send Peter to investigate. Because, you know, if you're hiding a strange dude showing up on your doorstep with fruit, that'll just get you right out of it. It works for me every time. The woman in question is pretty damn cagey, but she does warm up to Peter Parker, knowing that he has a working relationship with Spider-Man, and her problem is one that only a superhero can solve. Though she is ultimately pretty dismissive of Spider-Man himself, saying, yeah, could you maybe pass on a message to a better hero? Pete knows he better stay on this case, and because of that, he volunteers to go get the lady lunch, and wouldn't you know it, he stops at the same hot dog stand as the homeless people from before that he mentioned. Now flush with cash, they buy him lunch. Oh, what a nice message. Spread a little love and it all comes back to you. However, by the time Peter makes it back to the apartment, the lady is surrounded by a bunch of identical-looking goons who knock him out. Which, considering that he has spider sense and spider endurance, they must have been pretty damn strong. Bruised ego aside, Pete is ready to spring into action as Spider-Man, that is, if he can ever get around his roommate from hell, Fred Myers, aka Boomerang. He's playing video games in his underwear, actually make that Peter's stolen underwear. And for the record, I absolutely love his Skrull Candy headphones. Can I please get some of those? Please, Marvel, please? But before Pete can fully suit up, he discovers that the woman from before actually left a mysterious package in his laundry hamper, and it turns out to be 2 creepy little dolls. Okay, I've seen enough horror movies to know where this is going. You're gonna need some holy water, a young priest, and an old priest. And so that was Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issue number 1, everybody, and it was fun. It was refreshing. It was low impact and low stakes. The backup story wasn't. I don't normally talk about backup stories here because I figure if it was important enough they'd put it in the main story. Let's just say without spoiling it, a beloved character gets diagnosed with a terminal disease. The rest of the book is basically just everything it advertises on the tin. It's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man dealing with neighborhood problems that don't always have to involve supervillains or the end of the world. And you know, with all the Spider-Man books that are currently on the shelf right now, I think there's room for a more slice of life Spider-Man type of story, and Tom Taylor's a super talented writer, so don't be shocked if this book becomes something real special real soon. Overall, I'd give this first issue a 7 out of 10. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again. I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, why not take a closer look at some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're in a supportive mood, why not check out my Patreon page? Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. I would really appreciate it, and with that, I will be sure to be back again next time with even more great content that smacks of greatness. Bye-bye, everyone.